when the cadence came from the service. The hip hop, the heavy.
Oh yeah, and that's not even me. Yeah,
but I'm just saying,
cadence.
the cadence
Of the word hip hop itself came from a cadence, the marching cadence. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Simple as that. And I don't know what they're saying in that cadence. If they're just saying hip hop, but they're not saying hip hop.
No, they're not saying.
Okay, well, it got translated into those words. Okay, through, of course, we know the infamous story of Keith Cowboy. May he rest in peace. One of the original MCs for Grandmaster Flash, who had a live party.
Yes, sir.
Okay, while the party was going on, had a friend who was going into the service the next day, and he started teasing him on the mic. Yo, this is my man so-and-so. He about to go in the Army tomorrow, you know what I mean? Ain't gonna be no more partying for you. After this, every day it's gonna be 4 o'clock in the morning. Here, here, here. And then after a while, it just became a running joke. And then the beat running up, like here, here, the It became the most repeated phrase in the culture.
Yes.
And then by the time Bambaataa, came into power and started regulating, what hip hop was, breaking it down into elements and different things, hip hop was the most repeated phrase. So they named the culture hip hop.
Let's give a big toast to hip hop, everybody.
Salute to hip hop. Before that, we was just jamming, and we were following
Yes,
in the Caribbean and Jamaican party kind of narrative. A jam. Where they jamming at? Where you get jamming from?
They jamming up at the block.
They're jamming
On the one.
They're jamming. Yeah. So what did we go to back in the day? The hip hop party or a jam?
Hip hop jam.
We went to a fucking jam. Where they jamming at? Okay, no flyers.
In the big park.
You just see niggas out in the street. Yo, where they jamming at? Oh, 118? Who out there? Well, all right, we going to 118. And ain't nobody getting no cab. Ain't nobody getting on the bus. Niggas start walking. Niggas start trooping. All right, so during that time, those eras, you would see on any given day, especially during the summers, just hordes of people all walking in the same direction. It'd be like 30, 40 people, like a school, you know what I mean? You'd be like, where the fuck they going?
It's crazy back then. Word of mouth.
And you just scream across the yo, where they jamming at?
No internet.
Like, yo, 123, such and such.
And that was the dope part. Instead of names of clubs, it was just
numbers.
It'd be the park. It'd be the schoolyard.
We going to 123. We going
Yo,
to
Chase is in 118. Yo, Flash is in 63 Park.
Yeah.
Yo, the Super DJs is up in on what's the park on Tremont Avenue?
Arthur
Park. Super DJs come out Arthur Park. Everybody and grandmother be out that motherfucker. Richard T, Rough House, and Firehouse had the dopest sound system, and they would let like local hip hop DJs get up and play on their set. And that shit was unheard of. DJs was on some bullshit back in the day.
They don't want you looking at their records.
Niggas ain't want you looking at their records. You couldn't get on their set.
They came out with the
Yeah, I mean,
take all the shit, they put the tape on
Tape
the
on the
cover.
well, Hurt started that shit. Hurt started that shit of erasing the labels off the records. Because, what made you exclusive as a hip hop DJ back in the day was your records.
Yeah.
People would come to your jam just to hear certain records because they know you the only person that playing this shit. Now later on, other DJs started to catch on and shit like that. But if you had that playlist, like Herc had that merry-go-round, you went to Cool Herc Party. You want to hear the Mexican? Go to motherfucking Herc Party. You want to hear Give It Up, Turn It Loose by James Brown? Go to Cool Herc Party, nigga. You want to hear the Delphonics? I Gave It to You. Go to Cool Herc Party and wait till the end.
Hope Marathon.
The Hope Marathon.
Yeah, that was the name of a record that you only heard him at first. The Hope Marathon. I can't think of the name. I don't know.
Okay. It's probably another name.
I don't think I ever knew the name, But that was what they said.
Hustlers Convention, sport. We got introduced to all of these songs at Cool Herc parties. You understand what I'm saying? Bam introduced a whole nother section of music when you start going to Bronx River, if you could go to Bronx River. You know what I mean? Bam made it come in peace for everybody, but like it was Leary fucking with Bronx River. Now, if you was a hip hop nigga, then you
Rest in peace, Pow Wow.
Pow Wow.
Now, Whistle.
But the point is that there was a time, the formative years in hip hop, that unless you was there, you have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea the blood, sweat, and tears, you know what I mean, the sacrifice that it took to keep hip hop going, to keep hip hop alive. You're talking about each element had its detractors, all right? If you did graffiti, all right, you're a fucking vandal. You vandalizing the subways. You fucking up the city. You disrespecting property.
The handball courts.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're breaking, usually out in public, put out linoleum, or you just got a boombox somewhere on the corner.
Cardboard.
All right. You disturbing the peace. Disorderly conduct. Like get the fuck out of here with that, okay?
Yeah.
If you're DJing.
Excuse me. Turntable.
If you're DJing, well, you start that from at home. I mean, that stealing records and all that shit.
That's not my needle.
Yeah.
That's not my
Get off my
turntable.
record player.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Having the wherewithal as a kid to put together a sound system and go out into the street and play music in the public for free, for the public for free. Become popular and then later famous for doing that, and then 50 years later having what you did as a kid become a multi-billion-dollar industry, a trillion-dollar industry.
Wow.
Okay?
Did you ever see that?
Did I see it?
Yeah, as a
Did I ever see it happening, coming?
as a 16, 17.
Man,
18.
People ask me that shit all the time. Hey, did you ever think that hip hop
I'd
would
have been
grow
rich
to
if I
these
knew.
proportions? I would be the biggest dickhead in the room right now if I told you that I knew, I had foresight, I knew hip hop would be this popular and not have any stake in it. I had no idea that hip hop would grow to these proportions.